how long do I have to be married before I can get alimony? Or on the flip side, how long to be married before I have to pay alimony? Hi, I'm Alicia Kinchlow, the attorney and founder behind Kinchlow Law, a family law and estate planning law practice based out of the Philadelphia area. So, what exactly is alimony? Alimony is a support order that is made by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania or some other state that says that one spouse has to pay money to the other spouse at the time of the divorce decree or at the time of an annulment. It is one form of support that a person can be ordered to pay. In terms of a marriage, there can also be the forms of support in terms of spouse support or APL, alimony pendente lite. So spousal support, different than alimony, is before the divorce is final. APL is before the divorce is final. And spousal support can be given before there's even an action for divorce. So think about a situation where people split up and one goes to one place and one goes to another, but one of them still needs the support of the other one to continue to survive. That's kind of what we're talking about in terms of spousal support. APL is different. It's kind of like alimony, but it's pending the litigation. So the APL. So these are two forms of support that people can consider when they're thinking about whether or not they need support or have to pay support while the litigation is pending or while they're separated. Back to APL. So there are 17 factors that the court must consider when deciding whether to award alimony, how long to award alimony, and whether or not there is going to be some type of factor that's going to terminate it at the end. So an award for alimony can be indefinite, which means it's going to go on indefinitely. It can also be for a finite period of time. It can also be expiring at the completion of some event. So sometimes this may be completion of some type of educational, professional study, some type of professional rehabilitation or vocational training. Those things might be the thing that triggers the end of the support obligation through alimony. There are other things that's going to naturally terminate the support, like remarriage or death, but we're not talking about those things. Again, there are 17 factors the court must consider, but generally, as a practitioner, we kind of look at how long the marriage lasts, and we look at whether or not the marriage has lasted for 5 years or longer, or maybe less than 5 years. We also look at whether or not it's 2 years or shorter. Sometimes we say 2 years or shorter is the case of death. But there are circumstances where a court has awarded alimony for someone who's been married for 18 months. That might be in a situation where maybe one person is disabled or receiving some type of fixed income, or where there is a need for it for a particular period of time, maybe until they get health benefits, or maybe until there is a sale of some type of marital property that's going to give them some type of income. Remember that alimony is actually a secondary remedy, which means that there's another remedy before that, and that's equitable distribution. So alimony is supposed to step in where equitable distribution may fall off, or where there may not be adequate marital assets to kind of help put the person in the state that they need to be in. But when it comes to how long you have to be married in order to have an alimony award or order, the question really is, it depends. So what I'm going to do is link in the show notes to the statute so you can see all 17 factors the court must consider. But just think about it this way. They're going to look at the health, the education of both parties. They're going to look at the assets that they have. They're going to look at the standard of living. They're going to look at who is maintaining the responsibility for the custody of the minor children. Again, a number of factors must go into it, and the duration of the marriage is just one of those. Just one. So if you have any questions about alimony, divorce, things like that you would like me to talk a little bit more about, you can put it in the comments. Again, this is not meant to be legal advice. You should always, always, always speak to an attorney in your area, licensed to practice in your state, about the facts specific to your case. You're not going to get legal advice from a YouTube channel. What this is supposed to be is information so you can have knowledge about what your rights may be and have a more educated conversation with your professional or with your spouse if necessary. So until next time, take care.